A spot in the Breeders Cup Juvenile is on the line for next month's World Championships at Keeneland. In Saturday's American Pharoah Grade 1 event at Santa Anita, Scott Shapiro and James Scully here to talk about this event, 2 turns for 2-year-olds. James, probably the least surprising thing on a full slate of Saturday stakes races is that Bob Baffert holds a strong hand in this year's American Pharoah.
Yeah, we knew like this summer that he had a ton. Like, I mean, some reports were like 80, like 2-year-olds ready to roll at Del Mar. And he has 4 that all raced at Del Mar. They're in this field. Obviously, the overwhelming favorite with Cave Rock, but a very promising maiden in Hijazi and 2 last out maiden winners in Gandolfini and National Treasure. So those are 4, after Cave. I think Cave Rock's your main contender, your favorite, but then Baffert's trio are right there below him in the next tier of contenders.
Yeah, he's won this race 10 times. Used to be called the front runner. Prior to that, most of the renditions known as the Norfolk Stakes. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about Cave Rock, who is going to be a prohibitive favorite in here and deservingly so. Pair of triple-digit Brisnet speed ratings to start his career, dominated a maiden field as the 6-5 favorite, and then came back and ran huge in the futurity on closing weekend at Del Mar.
Yeah, and the debut win was pretty straightforward, Scott, where Cave Rock just sped to the front, set fast fractions, but drew off as much the best. But that Del Mar futurity, he was actually dueling down the backstretch in like 21-2. And what was really super impressive was when he got to the top of the stretch, he just had another gear and he drew off so easily and comfortably in the stretch to win by 5 1/4 lengths. You referenced the speed ratings. The workouts are terrific. I mean, right now he's sort of in a sense of, I think, a tier above everybody else. They got some ground definitely to make up. And he just has terrific speed. I mean, earning a 101 and 111 brisk E1 and E2 pace ratings last time. And like I said, I think he can even run a little bit quicker if he was asked to. So he's the speed. You do have a little bit of pace with Manchild from the inside, and even National Treasure is stablemate, set fast fractions going wire to wire, but difficult to envision any horses, if Cave Rock breaks, being on top of him in the early stages.
Right, and National Treasure will get the take the blinkers off. I'm not sure if that was a move Bob Baffert would have done if he didn't have other rivals in here, including Cave Rock, that he thought would be on the front end. He obviously has good numbers, 33% taking the shades off. Maybe doesn't want that one to get caught up with Cave Rock. You mentioned Hijazi, a $3.5 million New York bred that has run fast so far, but has struggled to finish the deal. You think he'll move forward on the stretch out?
I do. I really do. And to me, Hijazi, I can give him that first race. He ran a solid second to a good looking winner that day. But last time, you would think he'd move forward in that second start. And he just really ran into a little bit of a freak. Speedboat Beach led wire to wire that day, set a track record at Del Mar, winning that maiden race. And then he came right back and romped in the 5 furlong speakeasy on turf. He's going to be a top contender, a very possible winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile turf. We'll see who comes from overseas, etc. But he's really a talented colt. So I'm willing to say, hey, he just got run off the feet by a talented speedster last time. Going 2 turns, he's going to sit. He's going to relax. Won't have to be put so much into the race like he was last time in early going, and he's eligible to finish even stronger and thrive on the stretch out, Scott.
Right. Both sides of the pedigree lean towards routing. It's a tough pedigree to look at and figure out the $3.5 million. Obviously, Bernardini, a top stallion for several years, but not much on the dam side. Must have really looked apart. Really, tough to read because he was supposed to win both of those races, but kind of struggled to go by, but did run, like you said, into a couple of good-looking winners. Now, you landed on Cave Rock, even with the, likely odds-on type price. You just think he's going to be too much on the front end.
I really do. And, sometimes, obviously you can just like take it as a single and horizontal bets. But another way that I like to sometimes take a look at it is to play a big favorite over a horse that offers a little bit of value, like in the straight exactas and the exotics. Obviously, Hijazi and even his stablemate National Treasure won't offer any value. But there's a couple in there that if Cave Rock does win, I think could possibly run second at a price.
Well, I'm going to take a little bit of a contrarian view. There's no question that Cave Rock is the likeliest winner in here, and he could win by 5 or 10 and set himself up as for a big effort next month at Keeneland in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But the bottom side of the pedigree, a little sprinty, and he's doing something new for the first time and going 2 turns. So taking a short price, not ideal for me. I'm going to take a bit of a reach here with number 7, Skinner, a horse that I definitely think will move forward with the move to 2 turns. It was a well-beaten third in the aforementioned Delmar Futurity James in a race where they went fast early, but still was a race where the 2 Bob Baffert runners, Cave Rock and Having a Meltdown, ran 1-2 around the track. This was the best of the closers in there. John Sheriff's the conditioner, always one willing to give his horses 1 or 2 races before they get to their best. And, I don't know how fast they're going to go early since a couple of the speed horses are from the same barn. But you mentioned Manchild early, maybe Odonata. Those are horses that do possess a little bit of speed that aren't from the Baffert barn. So maybe they go fast early. I think Skinner has the right running style. So I'll take a bit of a swing here with an off-the-pace win with Skinner. Do you give him any chance?
I really do. And I like your pick from a sense for an underneath award, because this $510,000 Son of Curlin to me has been anything but precocious in 2 starts. He hasn't gone out of the gate. You can watch those replays. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like in the early stages. But in both those races, the light bulb comes on in a little bit of a sense, and he really comes flying in the stretch. I know that he's never a threat in either race, but he's passing like so many horses in both spots. It's just a situation where he's got to become a little bit more mature. And if he puts together and he has an opportunity to, I think, continue to advance in that sense, going 2 turns in his 3rd start, very intriguing underneath candidate.
All right. Well, I'll hope that they go at it early and he somehow can run down Cave Rock. It's a big ask. Sounds like both of us will probably be playing an exacta Cave Rock over Skinner. I'll have a very small win bet. James on Cave Rock in this year's American Pharoah as Bob Baffert looks to get his 11th. I'll try to beat the Baffert foursome with Skinner at a price for John Sheriff's. Lots of great Breeders' Cup winning your in races all weekend long. You know where to get involved. TwinSpires. Best of luck.